What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of the Got Next podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell Baldwin, with my co-host Donovan Moore, and we got Adam Flanagan back on the show today.
Yo,
Yes, sir. So today on the Got Next podcast show, we'll be talking about our favorite Kobe moment, as well as our favorite Kobe shoe, and which Kobe you like better, 8 or 24. So make sure you
Yeah.
guys like the video, comment, subscribe, and all that type of stuff, and enjoy the intro.
You ready, Playboy?
Yo, turn it up, Slay. I can't hear nothing.
All right, so let's get started here with our favorite Kobe moment. Adam, you can go ahead and start.
I was thinking about it. I think my favorite Kobe moment, it's got to be his retirement game, bro. I don't think anybody really realized, me, going into that game, Kobe was that type of player for me that, and I think I can attest for a lot of people, he's the reason why I started hooping. He's the reason why I'm a Lakers fan, so on and so forth. So, his retirement game coming up, I had to watch it. So, I had my Kobe's laid out on the floor. I had his jersey laid out on the floor, just, ready to watch his game. And, he started off that game real bad. I think if you guys remember that game, he was, started off, 0 for 10, something like that, just breaking. So, I was like, okay, so it's going to be one of those games, probably end with, 10 points and just, not go out sad, but it's, you don't really want to see that out of your idol.
Right.
And then he started, I think it was around the second quarter, he hit his first shot. And then from there on, it was just
It was murder.
he threw up 50 shots, but still, bro, to see your favorite or one of your favorite players ever drop 60 points in his retirement game.
Yeah.
Speech afterwards, bro, that's got to be, I think that's top tier for my favorite Kobe moment.
And then all the people that was at that game too. That's what made it even better. All the celebrities.
Yeah.
That's
I
definitely
like the fact that they won the game and a lot of those shots were clutch.
Yeah.
For real. Those
That's facts.
there was a lot of last minute shots.
I mean, it was just Kobe. It was
Facts.
you wouldn't think that it was his retirement game. By the way, he was making sure that they won that game.
Right.
That's classic Kobe right there. You could tell he was tired. He was still coming down, pulling up, and going to hit the fadeaway.
He had
clutch
Mamba mentality. Exactly.
He had good defenders on. That was when Gordon Hayward was really hitting his stride with the Jazz.
Yeah.
I think Rodney Hood was on that team, and Rodney Hood's not a bad defender. You know what I'm saying? Against a 38-plus-year-old Kobe, I don't know, bro. That's got to be my favorite. Just seeing one of your idols go off like that for his retirement game, and then just kind of leaving the NBA as it is now. Then.
Okay. Go ahead, Dono. What's your favorite Kobe moment?
My favorite, I'll probably have to say March 2007, 4 straight games of 50 points. That's just, I don't know. You never seen nothing like that before. I got the stats right here. So he started out March 16th, 65 points. March 18th, 50. March 22nd, 60. Then March 23rd, 50. Come on, man. Then the streak ended because he had 45 the next game. So
Right.
6 straight games of more than 40 points. That's just unreal. I don't think anybody could do that.
Right. I agree. I think I have 2 moments for my favorite Kobe moment. So the first one is I think I was 13 or something, and I was at my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't remember, but all the family was there, and we were watching the Bulls versus the Lakers. It was Derrick Rose versus Kobe that night, and I picked Kobe to win the game just because, I wasn't really that much in basketball at the time, but I picked Kobe. And my brother picked Derrick Rose, and then Derrick Rose hit the game-winning floater at the end. And for a while, I didn't like Kobe after that. I was mad because it's I lost my first sports bet to that. But I don't know. That was really when I was coming into sports and just starting to like it, for the first time. So that's gonna stick with me. And then the other one was when me and Adam went to the Wizards game.
Yeah, bro.
And saw that man in person. That was tough because I think that year was one of the years where he wasn't really playing that much, and it was kind of questionable whether he was even gonna play that game. So when we got there, we weren't really sure, but then we saw Nick Young in the warm-ups and stuff, and then Kobe came out. It was so cool. He hit
that man Jordan Clarkson pointed at me, bro. I'll never forget that. He pretty much best friends that day on. You know what I'm saying?
That was so cool. That was a great game for me. Yeah, Nick Young and Kobe dropped 20 plus.
That was great. And then I think that was the same year that he tore his Achilles.
Right.
It was a few games before, and we were almost courtside for that.
We were row B. I think I started taking.
Shout out Mr. Brown for that game, bro.
That was crazy.
just seeing like again, like I think that was another one of my moments, but it was just like to be able to see like one of the best players ever
Yes.
live, really doing his thing, and you're right there, like seeing like it's Kobe Bryant, bro. Like
Right.
it really doesn't get much better than that. So
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the
Alright.
footwear here. Adam, what's your favorite Kobe shoe of all
I'm
time?
gonna have to go hooping wise. The shoe that I hooped in one of the most before they just kind of fell apart on me was the Kobe 9s, bro. I think it was sophomore, junior year. I wore those Kobe 9s like almost every single game, bro. They were like, I actually got them right here. They're just like it was the ankle support thing for me because it was coming off of his Achilles injury, so I guess they were just going for overall like snug fit, so he wouldn't something like that wouldn't happen again, bro. They were probably one of the most comfortable basketball shoes I've ever worn, man.
Really?
Just for that overall support. And then I think for overall shoe, I'd have to say the Kobe 6 crunches, bro. Overall, that's my favorite Kobe shoe. It's just like
Respect.
aesthetic wise, it's there, and just like you just make a fit out of them. There's not a lot of Kobe's you can really do that with.
Props. That's just a great shoe.
for real.
Props out at you, bro. I like it. Dono, what's your favorite Kobe shoe, guy?
I would probably, if not the Grinches, since we already said that, I'll probably say the Bruce Lee Kobe's.
Oh,
The
okay.
black and yellow Bruce Lee. I think they're either Kobe 6s or 5s, but those Jones, I just like the simple black and yellow, but definitely comfortable. And you can't go wrong with a Kobe shoe when you're hooping. You can't put on Kobe shoes and not at least put up some buckets. So
For the longest time, I didn't like Kobe shoes just because they were low tops. And like I
Yeah.
always had ankle issues. So like I wasn't really wearing Kobe's like that. But my
Right.
favorite Kobe shoe is either the Grinches, for sure, the Grinch 6s, or
Yeah.
these Jones, the Christmas ones, these Kobe 9s right here.
Yeah, the high top.
Oh yeah.
I was like, those just pop out to me so much. And I was in the store, I was about to buy the eggnogs, the Katie eggnogs that I got, and
Yeah.
the Christmas Kobe's. Like I had both of them, and I was like, I got the eggnogs, and I always wish I would have bought the Kobe's instead. Like, so that's definitely one of my favorite shoes. I'll
Fact.
probably get it at some point.
I meant to mention the Venice Beach Kobe's. These, hold on, I'll show a picture.
I'm about to say I
These Jones were the shoes. The Venice Beach Kobe's.
I have seen it. Rod got those. Rod had those. Yo, Rod had all the Kobe.
That man Rod had all the sneaky Kobe. Rod had all the sneaky Kobe.
Shoes, bro. He got those Aaron Pearl KDs when they first dropped too.
Yes.
Rod had the shoes.
Yeah.
Man.
Rod had the
shoes.
shoe collection.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yes,
It's 'cause
that
he
nigga
always
Rod,
wore, he
yeah.
always wore kid size, man. So he could always get the shoes.
He always
being
had
so
his
serious.
eyes,
I'm being
bro.
so serious though. At a certain point, he was actually wearing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did have all the shoes consistently.
Yeah, all the shoes because he wore
Consistently.
small size. It was half the price. You can get two shoes
Man.
for that price.
I remember them Venice Beach Kobe's, man. Those were, I almost forgot about those.
Yeah,
Those were definitely a shoe.
those are fire for sure. Those are fire.
Man.
Let's talk about 8 or 24. What's your favorite Kobe, Adam? When you think about Kobe, is it 8 or 24?
I'm gonna have to go 24. 24 was, that's the Kobe that got me into basketball. That's the Kobe that I saw that first made me a Lakers fan, man. I think my first game that I ever watched was the Lakers versus the Bulls, I think, back in 09. And, I tune in and see Kobe Bryant. I can't remember the exact date, but I tune in and I just see Kobe, I've played basketball since I was little, but I've never really got into it. But that was one of my first games that I watched, and I was like, I remember asking my dad at the time, I was like, "Who's that?" He was like, "Oh, that's Kobe Bryant." He was kind of just giving me the rundown. I was like, "Okay." And then ever since then, just been a Lakers fan. I mean, you could say I'm a bandwagon, but I was also 8, 9 years old at the time when they won the ship. So I'll take it. I was also there when Robert Soccer and Ryan Kelly were our front court.
That is true.
So
That's
I really
fact.
True.
That's a fact.
That is fact.
That's a fact.
But no, I think I'd have to say 24, man. Just that's the Kobe that I first saw. That's the Kobe that I really grew up with. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to see too many of number 8 Kobe's games. I go back and watch a lot of film on him just to see who he really was back then, how big he was. That's for a lot of our generation, Kobe was our Jordan. So to be able to just say even for me and you, Mitch, being yeah, I got to see him play live. I got to see someone of that caliber and somebody that's great. play in front of me, man, I'll never forget that. So yeah, I'll go 24 though for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Donnie?
I think even though I grew up watching 24 Kobe, I might go number 8. Number 8, he didn't really care. He just did what he had to do. People would hate on him, everything. They would say, oh, you had Shaq, all that, but he was still putting in work night in and night out. So it's like, how can you not respect him? And then he had Brandy too, and she's not a slouch.
Come on.
He had that when he wore number 8. That's all I'm saying. But when he was wearing number 8, all seriousness, that man was a problem, bro. And he was young too, just coming out of high school, like 20, 21, winning championships, putting up 30 a night. You can't really beat that. So I definitely got to go with number 8.
Okay. I'm gonna also go with Adam on this one on 24. Just because, like I said, like I really got into basketball like 2012. So like that's when Kobe was like big for me, and like that's when I love using Kobe in 2K, bro. I used to whoop people in 2K with Kobe, bro. His post fadeaway was ridiculous. The jump shot was just, bro, he was just nasty in 2K, bro. So I'm definitely gonna rock with 24. And then when we went to go see the game, like just of course, ever since I started watching basketball, it's been 24 Kobe. Like 8 Kobe is good though. Like that's the 81 point game. That's the 3. That's the 3 championships and all that with Shaq. Like, but I know I just wasn't really there for that, so I can't really resonate with that. So 24 is definitely gonna be mine for sure. But all right, so that's gonna do it for this Kobe edition of the God Next podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave your favorite Kobe moments, favorite Kobe shoes, all that stuff in the comments, and make sure you guys subscribe and all of that type of stuff. Hope you enjoyed the episode and catch us next week.
Yes, sir. Stay safe.
Peace.
Yes, sir.